Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. We actually have two in one news to render. One has to do with Sunday Igboho, that's Sunday Adeyemo. Don't forget that he's also, in a court trial, but this time around in a Benin Republic. Hours ago, Nnamdi Kanu's case was adjourned simply because he was not present during the court hearing. So the Justice Binta Yako had to, adjourn the case. Well, as we speak, also we have actually two in one. The second one has to do with Omoyele Sowore, the role he played. He was arrested, but now he has been released. He explained a lot of things that went by, and the unforeseen circumstances. Honestly, it's been so many twists, so many tones in this latest news. But before going to the newspaper, like it, subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let us start with the AAC presidential candidate. The former AAC presidential candidate, Omoyele Sowore, has just been arrested, though he has been released now, by the Nigerian police at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Sowore was in court to show solidarity with the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, Nnamdi Kanu. It will be recalled that Kanu's trial begins today. Well, as we speak, it has been postponed, but Omoyele Sowore to also have a court hearing where his activists who actually went to Dynamic's church were also detained, and they went for court hearing. But to start with, he started by going to show solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu, to show solidarity. He wanted to go into the courtroom, but they didn't allow him. And the DSS blocked. The DSS didn't even allow. They almost jacked him off. Omoyele Sowore honestly has been a thorn in their flesh. I've never seen a dogged activist. Honestly, it's like, to him, DSS custody, detention is like a second home to him. Honestly, it doesn't move him. He was well dressed with his cap, and the amazing part is that Omoyele Sowore is not an Igbo man. He's actually from the southwest. He's a called Yoruba Omoluabi, and he left whatever he was doing just to show solidarity. And the amazing part was he actually had a confrontation with one of an Igbo man too, who seemed to be in support of what is going on with Nnamdi Kanu, and he was, slugging it out with them. Obviously, after a while, after he was being shown the way out and all that, eventually he was released, which he also made public. And of course, in the case of Sunday Igboho, it has to do with the fact that right now Sunday Igboho's trial has also been adjourned. The trial of Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Adeyemo, that is otherwise known as Sunday Igboho, may be adjourned to Thursday. A source close to his legal team has just told a newspaper online after meeting with the embattled Yoruba Nation activists in the special room where he's being kept since morning. The source said everything suggests the trial may not be concluded today as many have anticipated. He, however, did not give reasons that may necessitate a second adjournment since the trial began last week. Well, too many things going on. Nigeria, honestly, is actually going through so much right now. But a very quick one. I must say this is the activities of Omoyele Sowore thus far when it comes to showing solidarity. It's worth commenting on. One would have expected that. Don't forget that he also has his hand very filled. He has been in and off. He has been in and off detention. Don't forget also he has his own senior advocate of Nigeria, that's Femi Falana, has been handling of the issue of his treasonable felony when he did the revolution now, and Buhari must go saga where some of his colleagues and fellow activists were actually detained, of which he actually showed solidarity again today. He has his hand very filled, but the thing that he will also still create time to show solidarity. He was willing to go into the courtroom and to show solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu. I could still also remember when that news went viral that Nnamdi Kanu has been rearrested, brought back to Nigeria. He was the very first set of persons that said free Nnamdi Kanu now. It's not a crime to fight for freedom, It's not a crime to want to have to self, actualize your dream of your own nation if the country is not working. You know, after him, I think another person that was so bold and so vocal as well, that is not even an Igbo man, it's a Deji Adeyanju. One would say it's political, but I don't think it is political. Deji Adeyanju is another person. Deji Adeyanju is another person that he can go anyway. Deji does not have a permanent friend, he doesn't have a permanent enemy. All he has is permanent interest, and that interest is that which concerns the people of Nigeria. More often than not, he speaks his mind, really. These are some of the fearless guys we've gotten over time to see, they speak when some persons have become a geopolitician. I do not know if he's a politician. Some say he's a card carrying member of PDP. I also do not know. But one thing I do know is that he criticizes when need be. I've seen them criticize their own when they feel their own is not doing well, and to think that this guy, Omoyele Sowore, took out time, regardless of the fact that he himself is still in the radar of the security agencies, but still came out in solidarity, wore the Igbo man's cap, to show that he's in support. Wanted to go in, they didn't allow him. And the amazing part is a video was actually viral. Sorry, I couldn't bring it because it's a bit violent, just a little violence. I couldn't carry it. But then the young man was seen arguing with him, Sowore, insisting why Nnamdi Kanu should be, detained and brought to book. But Sowore, funny enough, off camera, was able to defend Nnamdi Kanu, saying, "Hey, if there's anything the government has against him, of course, they should bring their witness, they should register it as a witness of the government, and they should bring out the evidences. Rather than detaining him here and there, they should go ahead and register it and let it move on." But what he's saying, in effect, as Sowore now talking, is that self-determination is not a crime, and they shouldn't keep moving up and down. And don't forget, Sowore himself has first-hand experience. No, he has first-hand experience in things like this. He have tasted, and everybody, so to speak, Nigerians are like, even in comment sessions where Nigerians have been talking about this issue of Omoyele Sowore showing solidarity, and regardless of what is happening, decided to go all out to give full support of Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of persons are saying, "Sowore, they tire. You know what tire?" And some persons looked back and said, "So with all you have done, you have atoned for your sins of 2015." And for some of us who don't know what that young man meant by he has atoned his sins for 2015, was simply because he, was in full support of Buhari's presidential campaign. And when they won, he was jubilating, super excited that finally their candidate, Muhammad Buhari, has won, and change is about to happen. That's the same Sowore that has become a thorn in the flesh, a bone in the neck in this present dispensation. Let's put in a comment section what's your take on what is going on in Sunday Igboho's court case, and of course what is happening